Hello and welcome, my mysterious cleaners. How you doing today? It's Chris here, and today we're talking about this beastly Sky Shredder. So I gotta say, this is one of the coolest looking upgrades in the game by far. When you get this guy up to a sky, so when you're going from an Operation Dart Storm, you can see the amount of darts on the screen. It's decent, it's okay, he's pretty cool and everything. He's gonna pop a lot of balloons for you, do a little bit of popping power, but that's really all he does. But once you get up to the Sky Shredder, oh, this guy's freaking awesome. Look at the difference in the amount of darts right there. It's crazy. On top of the fact that he actually gets an extra little shot right here. So what I want to show you guys is his Moab popping power. So if we just send it like a quick 10 Moabs right here. Normally you're thinking, oh man, it's going to be a little bit struggle-ish to get these Moabs, but not when you've got super-powered missiles launching at these guys on top of it. If you go over this thing, dude, it is crazy strong. Now I gotta say, I've got a 502 here, and I really don't see I really don't see the point of a 520 unless you just really need that camo detection, guys. But you can tell, this guy is a powerhouse to say the least. But, ooh, this is interesting, guys. I think we're going to need some BTD science action to figure this out for sure. But I honestly believe that this centered path upgrade for the Monkey Ace is actually quite bad, depending on the map. I would say most maps you probably want to go for not even just a circle, but either a figure infinite or a figure 8. Either one of these guys are probably going to end up working their magic just a little bit better for you. And again, this isn't really a BCD science video, but I just wanted to talk about it really quick because I feel like most people, they're going to think that the circle path is going to be the best one, or the perfectly centered path is going to be the perfect one. And it may not be if you're able to position your Monkey Ace in a good spot. So let's test this out against 10 more Moabs here, and let's see if we do a little bit better job over here. Again, I'm not positive that's going to do a better job, but I honestly believe that it will. Just based on looking at how we're attacking, the amount of darts that are actually hitting these balloons right here, the amount of closeness we have to these balloons, in my opinion, that's a complete and utter demolition compared to that center path right there. So that's just something to keep in mind, guys. If you're ever, curious about your paths, make sure you're checking them out and doing a little bit of digging over there. Of course, if you're just randomly putting a Monkey Ace over in the corner right here, yeah, you probably don't want to leave him on any of your paths. Get this centered path right here. It's going to make so much more sense. But most people, if they are going to put a Monkey Ace, they're going to probably be able to have the room to put it somewhere in a decent spot on this map. So definitely something to keep in mind over here. Now, one surprising thing about this upgrade is the fact that it actually does a decent amount of damage to DDT class balloons. That missile right there can actually do the damage to DDTs. And it looks like the Sky Shredder arrows can also do damage as well, which is just very surprising just as a regular 502 tower here, with supposed to have no camo detection, does have camo detection, and the ability to pop DDTs. So each one of these darts can pop any type of balloon, which is absolutely ridiculous. Even, guess what, guys? It can pop freaking lead balloons over here. Are you kidding me? This thing sounds freaking ridiculous. Well, I mean, just having the ability to pop any single balloon is ridiculous in itself. But, being able to slide through DDTs is probably the main thing that makes this guy a pretty solid tower. Now what I want to do is we're going to kind of step up the game a little bit. We're going to see how well we can do against 10 BFBs here and 10 Oh My Gods. And even if it's just to imagine, just to compare in your mind against some other 5th tier towers, because this guy is not a ridiculously cheap guy over here. He is going to be a little bit on the pricey side. You can see, though, when you imagine a 5th tier tower, you imagine, oh, infinite balloon popping power over here, but you can definitely see it's not infinite. These darts do end up eventually losing their popping power, and eventually these balloons are going to start sneaking through over here, so that's actually pretty impressive, man. So let's try the 10s, oh my god, just again, for comparison purposes, how well are we going to be able to pop these guys with the missiles and the darts and everything kind of going to town on this guy. On top of that, let's switch him over to the figure 8 now. And, I don't know, it's again, this isn't a BTD science video, so I'm not really going to be an amazing comparer right now, but it's fun to just kind of visualize how much damage we're actually doing to these things. And you can tell, oh my god, dude, just having him so gosh darn close to these balloons is working wonders right here. Oh baby, the Sky Shredder, dude! And again, I think the balloons are going to be one of the hardest things for us to pop right now. Now, another thing is, you're noticing that we're only seeing certain types of balloons here. Blues, yellows, a few blacks. These darts all have pierce, not just popping power. They're not just going from a pink down to a yellow and a yellow down to a green. When you're piercing these guys, you're doing 4 layers of whopping damage. Oh, that is freaking crazy, man. So it does depend a little bit on what they're going to turn into, based on when the mob actually gets popped. Does it pop when it has 199 health to 200, or does it pop when it has 196 health to 200? That's going to matter what type of balloons actually end up coming out over here. So again, just sort of an interesting aspect to this Monkey Ace right here. I know it's fun to talk about. I should at least mention it for you guys. So if you do your own BTD science test, or you finally decide if you want to get this guy, you can know how good he's actually going to be. Now, because these Omegas are on the screen for such a gosh darn long time, it does make this guy do such a good amount of popping power against these things. You know, we struggle a little bit against BFBs, but you know, moving on over here, obviously we're struggling against these Omegas as well, but not quite as bad as you might expect. Just having the balloons on the screen for a longer time definitely does more damage. So let's just speed this up, run these guys through, and, you know, finish off the video here, guys. Overall, the Sky Shredder is definitely an interesting tower. I definitely would love to have him on my team, but on those shorter maps, he may not be as efficient as we want him to be, man. And, you know, as you guys probably know by now, the centered path is not that good. It's okay at best. It's not amazing. And you know, that's one thing that just makes me a little sad on the inside here, guys. Just a little bit sad. If you guys enjoyed this 5th tier video, make sure you press that like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't. And of course, have a super duper delicious day.